everybody? It's Dark Queen Gamer here. And I know I haven't done a video in a long time. Or for actually, not even a long time, for a while now. It's because I haven't done any videos because, as you guys know, I'm a first time parent. I have a baby and he was sick. He had a fever. Started off with a fever, and then now it went from a fever to like a really bad cold, and he's getting a little bit better. He's actually in the room with me right now. He's just watching TV. That's him right there. That's my son right there watching TV and stuff. But anyway, there's a story I gotta tell. How my son, got treated at the doctor's office. So, I got two stories. Now I'm gonna go back to the one when he was before he started walking. I'm gonna go back to that story. Before he started walking, I used to take my son to the doctor somewhere over there. I forgot what street it was on, but it was some type of pediatric doctor. And when I went in there, the doctors told me, okay, get this. When I went back there, me and my son went back there, and the nurse took us to this room. And she was like, well, when the doctor get in here, make sure you strip the baby down to his diaper and stuff, and all that. He had no clothes on but his diaper. So the doctor gets in there, checks his ears, checks his throat. They're cleared, and he don't got any infections or anything like that. And I said, okay, cool. So after he got checked, he got both shots in his legs. He got both shots in his legs. He cried for a little bit with that, but after that, it was over with. I'm thinking like, okay, he got his shots. Okay, it's time to go home. Okay, before I left out, these other two nurses come out this room that's in the lobby, because it's two doors leading to either to a patient room or some other room. So anyway, before I left out, me and my son left out. Two nurses came out this one room. It was like, hey, before you leave, we got to draw blood from your son. Make sure he don't got what's that shit called? Some type of stuff in his blood with penicillin, whatever it's called. So anyway, we go back there, and they told me like, look, now you hold your son like in front of you, like in the middle, and you hold his legs. You hold his legs, and we'll hold his arms. So I'm like, okay, while I'm sitting there holding his arms, they're finishing up with another little boy that was in there. He finished up. They gave him a lollipop or whatever. He gone. But when it came down to my son, though, they turned his arm like counterclockwise. Counterclockwise, and they had a twist. Get this out your mouth. They had twisted it, and they twisted his arm, and at the same time they was joking and shit. I'm looking at these two doctors like, why the fuck is y'all even joking about trying to draw his blood though, y'all? And then they had the needle was poking him in his arm and shit with it. And I said, hold on, y'all doing this shit unprofessional. In my head, I'm saying like, dog, y'all doing this shit unprofessional. I wanted to say something so bad to him. And as right as a parent, I can say something. But my mom was there too. I think my mom said something about it before I get to say something about it. She said something about it. And she was like, they wasn't doing him right, because he was screaming back there, Like, this is a scream, like, for help, though. Like, this is a help scream. It's not like, no, oh, I'm in pain scream. Like, this is a scream for help. And, like, okay, these doctors, it was joking and shit about, like, what? Don't y'all supposed to wrap the rubber band around it like y'all do every patient? Like, and I'm thinking, like, wait a minute. Don't every doctor, when you draw on somebody's blood, don't you supposed to put the rubber band thing around the arm and find a vein and then put the needle in? They didn't do none of that bullshit. They didn't do none of that. They just stuck the needle in his arm. They draw, I think, like a tube or two, like a tube about that big, around about this size right here. They had a tube around about this size. They had two of them. So I was like, I don't think I want to come back to this doctor no more. Like, no way. They did my son wrong. He was hurting. He got 2 shots. I mean, he got 2. I think he had one. He had one. Yeah, 1 arm withdrawal from his blood and got 2 shots in his leg. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even coming to here no more. Like, no. Ain't no way. I'm not coming to this doctor. No way. No more. So now, let's fast forward to the present day. So, my son had a fever. I take my son to the doctor. So, now, as I'm taking my son to the doctor, he has a fever. Now I go to the DMC hospital, and they said listen for your son's last name, and then we'll bring him on back there. So I wasn't even out there like even an hour. I was out there for at least 20-30 minutes. Then they called us back there. So they called me back there, and the way they weigh my son on the not on the thing like the scale that you're supposed to lay the baby down in. They didn't have him on that. They just had him stand on a weighing scale. So they put him on the scale. He got a decent weight, just like last time. He had a decent weight last time. He had a decent weight now. So, after they weighed him, we go in the back. We not like going the back in the room, but we went into a room, but it wasn't like a patient room though. It was a room that you get like fever tests, blood pressure tests like that. So we go back there, and the doctor takes his blood pressure. He wraps the blood pressure strap around his leg because his arms is too small. His arms is little. It's too. Get that out your mouth. It's too small. Little. So they wrap it around his legs. After they wrapped around his legs, the doctor like lifting his legs, like pants leg up some more. Like, what the fuck are you looking for? And this other doctor come in trying to distract me, talking about do he got any symptoms of such and such and such? And I'm like, no, I want to know why the fuck this doctor, lifting my son's, legs and shit up, trying to see what the fuck's going on. Like, and these doctors like, saying like, do he got any bruises? Do he be got, all that and stuff like that? And I'll be like, no, bro, because last time I went to the doctor, okay, he got a birthmark on his ankle, rounded on the front of his ankle. That's his birthmark. Every time I went to the doctor, they always say, how did he get this? How did he get that? These are birthmarks on him. Like, I bullshit you not. When last time I went to the doctor and I stripped my baby down to his diaper, and the doctor was examining him, and they was like, what is this? She tried to mark, I bullshit you not. The doctor tried to put that down as fucking child abuse, like I was beating on my son or something like that. Another doctor stepped in. They said, she was like, this doctor do not know what the fuck she doing. So the doctor was like, this is not no bruise. So don't even think about putting that down as a bruise. Those are birthmarks. He had a couple birthmarks when he came out. And so, I was saying, like, that's why I say I don't trust these damn doctors. Sometimes I don't trust the doctors when they examining on me. Because you got to watch them. I'm not trying to say all doctors. Some doctors, they know what they're doing. But it's just for the ones that don't know what they're doing. Like, I don't even know how the fuck you even got a degree in doctoring and you take shit as a joke. I ain't even talking about, like, I'm not even speaking on all, like, every doctor. Like, I'm talking about, like, some of them. Not all of them, but some of them. Because I don't like the fact, when I went recently, they supposed to gave my son some ibuprofen. They had, like, the liquid ibuprofen in a tube. They had one full tube and one half a tube. So they brought 2 tubes in there. And the medicine was, like, orange colored. The orange color, like. And so they was like, shoot these 2 in his mouth. Shoot the medicine in his mouth. So we squeezed the medicine in his mouth. And even my son, even though he's 1 year old, that my son is smart at 1 year old. He know when something. My son knows when something is wrong and when something is not wrong. Like, he knows. Even though he's 1 year old, my son is very smart. He knows when the doctor's trying to do something to him that's bad, and he knows when the doctor's trying to do something for him is good. My son doesn't like a doctor to, like, stick him with needles and, put the little sticks they have, to open up their mouth so they can see the back of their throats and shit. My son, he doesn't like that. He doesn't like that. That's why I'm here to make sure that stuff does not happen to my son. Because he thinks in his mind they're trying to do something to him. That's why he cries and screams. He don't like that. Even if, when they had a little monitor on his toe, they wrapped a little monitor thing around his toe and stuff. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like that stuff. And now my son got a very bad cold. I think after he took that medicine, he just got all messed up. But now it was kind of bad though the first couple of days, but now he's all right now. He's getting a little better. And he's starting to get back to going playing again too. So he's getting back to watching TV and drinking. He's drinking a lot of fluids and everything. And and that's good. He's getting back to doing that. He's getting back to doing that. And that's good. And that's good though. He's getting back to doing that. So come on, Donis, you want to close out this video? Come on, let's close out the video. If you guys like this video, want to see more videos, like this video right here. And don't forget to check out the rest of my videos. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Dark Queen Gamer, guys. Bye. Say bye-bye.